Did you go into this quarantine completely sedentary? If you did, I've got the workout for you. You've been shut in, it's time to focus on yourself and get on the right track. And the first thing we're gonna start with is some shallow squats. Shallow squats are great for your core. They build up your legs, they build up your strength. They are really good for your low back. So we're just hinging from the hips and squatting down. We're not going real deep right now. We're only going about halfway and then back up again. We're just squatting down. We're doing 2 sets of 10 reps on all these exercises today. This workout probably won't take you longer than 10-15 minutes. Just hinging from the hips. You want to start by sticking that booty out and leaning forward into it. This isn't an exercise where I'm trying to just keep my torso completely upright. Again, we're doing 10 reps. We're going to do 2 more and then we're going to rest. 2, 1, good. So while we're standing here, we're going to stretch just a little bit. Pull your arms back, make a C with your fingers. Reach up over your head. Get that mobility going. If you've got knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, a lot of it has to do with your mobility. This workout will help with that, but also you stretching throughout the day will be a massive help to you. So, second set. Now that we're getting warmed up a little bit, we're gonna go a little bit lower. We're gonna use this chair as our indicator of how low we're going. So, I'm gonna step not all the way up against the chair. I'm gonna walk my feet out, starting from the seated position with my feet out in front of me, not too far back so we're not putting too much pressure on the knees. I'm gonna step out, and I'm gonna stand up, then aim my butt back down to the chair and stand up. I'm keeping my weight in my heels, pushing through my heels as I stand up, easing back down to that chair. The impact that squats have on your entire body is massive. This also gets lots of blood pumping, gets your heart rate up, builds lots of muscle mass for your lower body. We're gonna do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's squats. All right, up next we got wall push-ups. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk over to a wall, of course, put our hands about shoulder width. I'm not trying to bring my hands out wide because I don't want my elbows to flare out a whole bunch. I want to keep them in close, so when I'm pressing out like this, I'm using a lot more muscles. It's a big compound movement, working my chest, my shoulders, my triceps. This way it's easier on my shoulder. If I flare out real wide, it puts a lot of pressure on that rotator cuff. Not saying that those are wrong or anything, but right now we're trying to stay safe. We're just starting out, so let's go easy on things. So I want to stand up close to the wall and step back only as far as it takes to get just a little bit of resistance, a little bit of my body weight. So from here, I'm, again, engaging my core, tightening down, pressing straight out. Don't bust your nose on the wall. Just saying. Pushing away from it like that. I'm not locking my elbows. I'm keeping some tension on the muscles the entire time. It's all about time under tension. Engage your core, keep your stomach pulled in tight. You want to try to depress that belly button in towards your spine the entire time. Breathing out as you press away from the wall. 3 more, let's do 3 more. 2, one more time, and 1. Good. So from here, I'm gonna stretch my triceps out. I'm gonna put my arm up over my head. I'm gonna reach over the top and I'm gonna grab my tricep, my elbow, and pull it to the side. I don't have to crank on it too much because probably getting my arm up like that, that might be enough of a stretch for you. So switch sides. Good, let's knock out that next set. Again, hands shoulder width apart. I'm gonna let my elbows come in close to my side. I'm gonna step back, maybe a little further, try to challenge myself. Pushing away from the wall. Pushing through the heel of my hand as I press out. Breathing out, stomach pulled in tight. Engage your core. All of these exercises are core exercises. if you manipulate your stomach muscles while you're doing them. 3 more. You feeling that burn yet? 3, 2, one more time, and 1. Good. So you should be feeling a good workout at this point. You should be getting some blood flowing in your body, and good job. Kudos to you. Our next exercise are chest press outs. We're going to use some common household items that are very popular right now. One either being your gallon jug that weighs about 8-ish pounds, and the other one being our 2-quart jug that weighs somewhere around 5-6-ish pounds. So I'm going to use the gallon jug. I'm going to make sure my cap is securely fastened. I'm turning it sideways. This chest press out works my chest, shoulders, triceps, but we're also going to try to engage our core while we're doing it. So I'm going to squat slightly. I'm just going to stick my butt out a little bit, and that makes me tighten up through the middle of my stomach and across the hip bones. From here, I'm going to have my head up, my chest out. I'm going to press it straight out in front of me, about nipple line. Keep your abs tight. You're not locking your elbows. You're not popping it out, you're going fairly slowly. It should take you about 2 seconds to get it out and 2 seconds to get it back in. It's all about time under tension. Breathing out as you press out, keeping your abs tight. 2 more. 2, 1. All right, we're gonna rest about 45 seconds between each set. While we're standing here, let's go ahead and stretch up again and stretch those shoulders out. And if you're not putting your arms up over your head 2 or 3 times a day, that might be the cause of some of your mobility problems and your pain. If you're having shoulder, back, knee pain, like I said before, it's all mobility. Let's knock out that last set. 2 sets of 10, here we go. Squatting down, sticking that booty out, stomach tight. Make sure that belly button is being depressed inward as you press out. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Up next is upright rows. Another shoulder exercise that kind of hits your biceps, and we're also going to activate our core while we're doing it. We're going to use 2 cans. Cans of soup, cans of tomatoes, tomato sauce in this case. So from here, I'm getting a wide stance like this. I'm holding on to my cans. I'm just bringing them up to right below my breast line. I'm not bringing them up super high or anything. I'm just trying to bring them up to here. And even though this doesn't seem like much weight, again, if you do this enough times, you're gonna feel it. And today, hey, we're just starting from 0. We can always move up the dumbbells, elbows out. I wanna flare them up. I wanna try to get my elbows higher than my weight, or my cans in this case. Breathing out. Again, that squat, that slight flex in my lower body causes me to activate my core. Let's get 3 more out of this. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So, I'm gonna take that arm and push it across the front with my thumb pointing upward to stretch my deltoids out, my back out. And to intensify it, you wanna take your head, push it toward that thumb. We're not trying to hold this for a long time. We're just trying to get a little bit of stretching in between now that we've got some blood in those muscles. Good. Let's do 1 more set of those. Elbows up. Squatting down slightly from the bottom. Working those shoulders. Working that core. It's all about manipulating your ab muscles. 4 more. 1 more time. Good. All right, it's time for mountain climbers. Another good core exercise that works your abs, and it's a good direct core exercise. So you wanna stand close to the wall. Again, I don't wanna be so far away from the wall that it's putting too much pressure on me, and I don't wanna be too close to the wall where my knee hits the wall whenever I bring it up. I've got my hands, my arms about shoulder width apart, and from here, I wanna pull my stomach in tight. I'm bringing those knees up, stretching those glutes out. And if you're not doing these kind of movements for your core, it's a recipe for low back pain. So, breathing out as I bring those knees up, mountain climbers. I'm going for 10, 12 or so. This is one of those exercises that I don't necessarily count. The first few times, you might want to count them, because if you hadn't been doing anything, It's a lot more than you think it will be. So we're gonna do 3 more reps. 3, 2, 1. Good. Lots of lower abs there. You're gonna feel that all across your midline, a great stretch. Keep your head back, your shoulders back while you do it. Again, we're gonna reach up over our head. Big deep breath. Feel that stretch through your abdomen. I'm gonna lean to one side and try to stretch my obliques out a little bit. I want to go back to the opposite side and stretch the other side obliques and transverse abdominals. Let's jump right back into the next set. Elbows shoulder width apart. Bringing those knees up high. Breathing out. This also works your hip flexors, but it's a big time core exercise. Like I said before, the further back you step to start this exercise, the more pressure it gives you across your abdominal muscles. But right now, we're just starting off. We're gonna take it easy. We're gonna test the waters. We're gonna do this workout and see how we feel this afternoon, tomorrow. Let's get 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Working that core every exercise. And that concludes your sedentary quarantine workout. This is a great beginner workout. It works every muscle group. Each exercise is designed to slightly engage your core so you can continue to get your low back strong, your core strong. You're not having to do a bunch of planks and setups to get that. It's all about manipulating your ab muscles to get that core stronger and using it while you're doing other exercises. So if you're having any problems, any kind of pains, any shoulder pain, back pain, knee pain, message me and I'll try to answer the questions best I can. Let's go.